Welcome to Vision Pro M5 and visionOS 26 and the brand new Persona. That's the first thing you're going to notice right off the bat. Look how detailed my face looks. Just look at this for a second here. You can see the facial hair, the teeth, the eyes, the nose, the eyebrows, the ears, the skin texture. I mean, this is surreal. I'm watching myself as I'm recording this and I just can't believe it. I mean, this is one of the benefits of the M5 chipset, of course, better graphics, better processing power, as we know that. Obviously, the M5 chipset is designed for AI, which I think we're going to see a lot more of coming into Vision Pro in the near future. But I think the first thing you're going to notice as soon as you put on Vision Pro is going to be that 120 hertz display. That very smooth display. It's 10% more pixels. It's going to be a bit sharper, brighter. It looks fantastic. That's the first thing. And then when you set up your Persona, how fast it renders this Persona is much faster than the M2 Vision Pro. Now, the Vision Pro, the original one, still is fantastic. It's still great. I was using it a week ago and it was just as good then as it is now. But the M5 is a big step up. It is future-proofing you. And there's a lot of new enhancements with visionOS 26. Now, this is going to be more of our first impressions because some of the new apps that are going to take advantage of the M5 chipset aren't out yet. We have some gaming stuff that's going to be coming very soon, the Logitech Muse, all that stuff I want to play with over the coming weeks. And I've got a very cool video coming up in the next few days that's going to showcase Vision Pro. If you've never seen, let's say, a conversation amongst many people around the world using Vision Pro at the same time, trust me, it's going to blow your mind. Plus, you're going to find out a little bit more about Vision Pro and how it works and some of the nuances. So with that, let's talk about Persona. Let's get down to it. And we're going to talk about the dual knit band because this is the thing that's going to get a lot of people very excited. Comfort is key with Vision Pro. It's a heavy device. I know that. The dual knit band is going to help a lot of you out there. And we'll talk about that in just a bit. And by the way, it works for Vision Pro and Vision Pro M5 as well. Obviously, the new one because it comes with it. But you can also get it for Vision Pro M2. So with that, let's talk about Persona. All right, Persona. As you can tell, this is very, very detailed. Now, I'm actually using a separate app to actually record this Persona in 4K so you get an idea of how it looks. And hopefully this translates to you on video how detailed this is. And this is a worlds apart from the original Persona that came on Apple Vision Pro when it launched a couple of years ago, right? I think it was a year ago here for us in Singapore, but I think it was 6 months to a year prior to that in America and other countries. And I will tell you, I use this all the time for conferencing, Microsoft Teams, Google Meets, you name it. And it shocks people when they see my face because they're like, huh? But the more detailed it gets with visionOS 26, the more they were looking at it, but they weren't sure. But then they see how responsive it is with my interactions and my expressions of smiling and looking at you and making all these weird faces. It's a bit like, yeah, it's very real and it's three-dimensional. I can move to the side. You can see all the side shots here, profile shots. It's absolutely amazing. And this is one of the benefits, as I mentioned earlier, with the M5 chipset. It's just how good you're going to see Persona coming out. And if this looks good, imagine the games that are coming. Imagine the apps that are coming. I mean, Vision Pro in the next 6 months to a year is going to absolutely blow your mind. And this is just a tease. So now what I want to do is I want to jump over to Jupyter in a new environment. I want to talk to you a little bit about the dual knit band on Vision Pro, how you work with it, how you set it up, how you lock it into place, some of the pros and some of the things I wish were improved. So let's get down to it. So let's talk about the dual knit band here in Jupyter. This is a brand new environment in visionOS 26. And as you can see, this is pretty big. You're going to get up close, really detailed look at this. Now, one of the interesting things about this band is actually has tungsten layered in the back area here. It adds a little bit of weight, but it also adds a little bit more security back to the lower part of your head. And that's going to keep things in place. Now, if we go down to the top area here, you can actually see that there might be a little bit of tungsten there. I'm not too sure. I didn't get confirmation on that or not, but it has the same style and the same sort of, way that it holds in place based on the dial. And it feels very comfortable. Now, as you can see, this is extremely well made, very well engineered. And this fits on both Vision Pro M2 and, of course, Vision Pro M5. Now, how you work this is very interesting because of this dial here. This is a two-step dial. If you want to just tighten the back area, you have it pressed in and you just turn this dial accordingly. Then if you want to tighten the top area here, you pull this out and then you turn it. And then you push it back in and lock it in place. So it's a two-step process. And you have to remember is that you also want to release this when you take it off, and then you have to readjust it when you put it back on. But I did notice that it is a lot more comfortable. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about here is the front and the light seal here area. Because, if I can grab this and turn it around a little bit smoother here for you. The light seal, when you initially get Vision Pro, you use the app to sort of measure your face with the camera. Then it tells you what light seal you should have. Now, it will tell me that I need 23W, for example. However, 23W is not comfortable based on this dual knit band. So I'm using 33W, which was on my original Vision Pro, and it feels a lot more comfortable than 23W. So what I would suggest is go to the store, try it on in person, and see what feels best for you. Now, one of the things about this band that I like, of course, is that you can adjust it, the tightness on the top and the back. However, I use the AnaPro band. And the reason I like the AnaPro band is it's a little bit more on the forehead, so it sort of lifts the Vision Pro off your face here in this area. It lifts it off the face a bit. However, there's more padding in the AnaPro here, and that allows it to have a little bit of lift off the head because our heads, they slope down. And there is some padding here, you can see it, but it's not the same as the AnaPro. Now, I wish Apple would make straps, maybe they will in the future, that have different levels of padding depending on someone's head shape, but they have different sizes. I did find that out today. So they have small, medium, large, and so when you go in for fitment, they'll measure your head and they'll find the appropriate dual knit band for you. But so they have the different sizes, but it'd be nice to have different padding as well. But that's on a wish list. But overall, I have to say that this is so beautiful, so well engineered. In person, it's amazing. And I'm wearing it right now as I'm talking to you, and it's very, very comfortable. It's just about finding the right light seal so it doesn't press too much on your cheekbones. But outside of that, you're going to really enjoy this. So now what we're going to do is go to Mac Virtual Display because I want to show you the enhancements in terms of the 10% more pixels, 120 hertz refresh rate on this display. See how sharp it looks looking at your desktop display in Vision Pro. Oh, by the way, I want to show you something very cool as well. Previously in Vision Pro, when you had your iPhone around you, and you got a message or a call, you always had to take off Vision Pro to see anything, right? Well, now that changes with Vision Pro OS 26 because now the phone will pop in through the environment. See? Pops in through the environment and it's out. Turn it over and it's on. And it also unlocks based on Vision Pro as well, which is very cool. All right, let's go into Mac Virtual Display. All right, so I'm actually editing this video right here as you're seeing this. And so I actually have this. Let's go to ultra wide so you can see ultra wide on this one. Now, this is very, very sharp. I've got a lot of stuff on my desktop, guys. I work off my desktop a lot. It's not good. I understand people have cleaner desktops than I do, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's move this over here real quick. And then we can open up Photoshop as well as just doing my thumbnail earlier today for the iPad Pro M5. And look how sharp this is. I can see everything I want in Photoshop, all the layers, all that there. If I look in Final Cut, I see everything here. And I can literally edit and just move this around. And I can edit off this entirely. This is absolutely fantastic. So again, look at how sharp everything looks here. And in this virtual display. And of course, you can bring it in if you want to bring it in a bit closer, you can do that. So you can see even more so. If you want to bring it out, make it even bigger. This is nuts. I mean, that's just too big, but yeah. You can go tiny, small. I mean, this is just amazing, but look at all the detail you can see. I mean, seriously, guys, if you want the ultimate display, Vision Pro. And with M5, 120 hertz refresh rate, as I mentioned, 10% more pixels. It's sharper and it's extremely responsive. There you go. Awesome. But I want to talk about one thing in particular, which I think is really cool. It involves this from Insta360, the X5, a 360 camera. One of the new features in visionOS 26 is taking 180-degree or 360-degree content and being fully immersed by it. So earlier this year, I had an experience with Porsche, and they flew me out to Chiang Mai, Thailand, to experience the Porsche 911 GT Hybrid, which is a phenomenal machine. I mean, it's one of the fastest Porsche cars. Not the fastest, but one of the fastest out there. Over 500 horsepower. What we did is we took this X5 and we put it inside the car so I could record this experience. Now, normal 360 content, I would just make it like a 16:9 video, put on YouTube, or maybe go vertical and put it on Instagram or TikTok. But with Vision Pro, I can now take you in the car with me and you can see and experience what I'm experiencing driving the car through the hills and the mountains of Chiang Mai. If you do get motion sickness, you may not want to watch this. If you're okay with it, and get ready for a very unique Porsche experience. Top specs, 0 to 100 in 3 seconds flat. Now, I think the top speed's over 300 kilometers an hour. You have 541 total horsepower. That is with the engine, the hybrid, and the electric turbo all combined. I mean, you've got yourself a powerful beast. If you're taking your kids to school and they're late, it's not because of the car, it's because of you. Whoa, my God, this thing just grabs the road. Holy shit. What an experience. I got Chiang Mai Tom Cruise on the bike here, I can't.
Coming to a very sharp right corner. I'm going to apply the brakes. We're going downhill. Be careful. Okay, still clear. After the brake, is clear. It is still clear.
So how cool was that? Honestly, that alone may be a reason why a lot of you want to get Vision Pro, is just that immersive experience. Now, I use my X5 here from Insta360. It does work with the Osmo 360 as well. And basically what you do is you take your content, you use it into the desktop studios. I believe you could do it on your phone, but I use a desktop studio for the most part. And you do not want to change the aspect ratio or anything. You keep it as 360 content. And then from there, when you import it into Vision Pro, it will convert the format for you. It will let you know, do you want to convert this file? You say yes, it converts it, and you just click on the icon and you are in your immersive environment. And it is unfriggin' believable. That's just the beginning, guys. There's gonna be a lot more like this kind of content and partnerships and collaborations we're gonna see in the future. And that just makes Vision Pro a very unique platform. And now that we know that Apple's got the broadcast rights for the US for Formula One, imagine watching Formula One with this. Seriously, if you haven't watched, there's a video on Apple TV Plus. It is for Vision Pro. It's a Brad Pitt driving the F1 car, from the movie around the track. And it's from the car's perspective going around the track. Again, if you get motion sickness, may not be for you, but imagine that experience. If you watch, you know what I'm talking about. It's surreal. Imagine that experience, but watching an F1 race. If they can do that every weekend, this is glued onto my head. I am watching F1 like nobody's business on Vision Pro if that's the case, but we'll see if that happens. Anyway, I digress. That just I'm excited because the platform is exciting. There's so many great things that you can do with Vision Pro. The apps that are out there, the technology, this M5 chipset is really future-proofing it for AI development, because using AI and gestures and voice, that's the way you want to interact with this in a very unique way. And that's what it's designed for. And that's the beauty of this. Now, with all that said, let's say you have Vision Pro, the original one. Does this version make this version obsolete? The answer is no, it doesn't. App developers are still working on this platform, and the M2 chipset is still friggin' amazing in 2026. It's only a couple years old, right? I mean, Apple's just moving really quickly with these M chipsets, and every year it's getting better and better and better. This is still absolutely fantastic. Don't get me wrong. If you don't have a Vision Pro and you're like, okay, do I buy a secondhand one or do I go for the new one? Yes, the secondhand ones, you're going to save some money. I've seen on eBay, I've seen out there, you're going to save some money. If you have the means to afford a new one, this is going to future-proof you. You get better battery, better refresh rate, M5 chipset, you're going to be future-proofed. That doesn't mean that next year this is going to be gone. I'm just saying, if you have the means to do it, go for the new one. Now, with that said, I don't know if there's going to be a trade-in program at the time of this recording. I don't know. Maybe when this is available in store, there will be a trade-in program for the M2 to go to the M5, and maybe it'll be a very good price point. I don't know, because I mean, basically they could refurbish this and just change the chipset and you would probably be okay because it's the same design overall. Never know. I mean, I'm just guessing at this point in time. But if there's a very good trade-in value and it's worth upgrading for, if you're a big fan, get this. You're going to be good for the next few years, for sure. And I'm excited what this platform brings. I mean, I will be doing a much more in-depth review as more apps come out, as I have more time with it. We'll add 72 hours, but so far, I like what I'm seeing. It's not a revolution, it's an evolutionary upgrade, but it's an upgrade that's going to get us ready for what's to come. And that is going to be very, very exciting. All right, guys, those are my thoughts on Vision Pro. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Any questions, I will try to answer them for you. Like always, like, subscribe. Thank you so much for the support. I'll chat to you all very, very soon.